Hi everyone, I hope you're doing good today. What I want to talk about in this video is what I'm now going to do for continuing the cleaning and organizing of my home. So last winter I made what was 4 piles of belongings I wanted to sort through. You'll see them on the screen right now. Part of it is related to my hamster Rocky, food and toys for him to play with, and then other things I want to go through, and if it's tools it goes back to the shed, and you know what's garbage get rid of, and donations find a place for them. I didn't get through it last winter because of the stuff I was dealing with in my legs, and then I got into working on the shed. I really want to get through this, so I've been thinking about how to do it. So I've bought the set of shelves that you're now looking at. These are really good, durable shelves. They're 36 inches wide, they're 12 inches deep, and they're 6 feet tall. They were 110 Canadian. There's different varieties that you could get. Ultimately, these will end up out in the shed to hold my tools, so I wanted to get something that was substantial, be able to take the weight, and if I could say abuse, that the tools will give it. So I'll tell you my thinking. The first is to get the stuff off the floor and to make the house easier and nicer to live with. The second is, in terms of motions, taking a little bit off the shelves at a time, sorting through it, and then garbage, donation, or keep it still part of my life, becomes a whole lot more easy. And then the enjoyment of having people over and spending time with people inside, when we're not in COVID flare-ups at least, it just becomes much more easy to accomplish. It's been a bit of a journey to get here, but this is now what I'm going to focus on. I've not got far enough done in the shed to where it's ready for installation yet, so it's not practical to continue during the sort of December, January, February, and then into late March is when I'll be able to finish off the work in the shed, and if it's possible I want to get it done by June. So my hope is between now and March that I'll have had and be able to put the time into the house, and that'll be really nice in here. I'm not looking for a show house, but at least company could come over and play a game of cards if I want to get a card table, for example. So if you have physical disability, what I wanted to suggest is the shelves as a strategy where it's easy to work off of. You could consider using a section of the kitchen table or a chair that a box could sit on that you would sort through. Think about your body, think about how you bend and organize, and then breaking it down into manageable size pieces is what ultimately was the biggest hindrance of me not getting it done last winter. And that's sort of the tip or strategy that I wanted to pass on to you. And one more thing, we can't go back in time, so if there's clutter right now that you need to get through, so be it. And then just keep working through it a little bit at a time. The final thing I want to say is if you're going to put your time and effort into cleaning, try while you're doing the cleaning to focus on only buying food and maybe the odd magazine that you're going to look at and then get rid of after a few months, and instead focus on watching videos on the computer, getting e-bills sent to you by your email and logging into utilities websites. Focus on video chatting, and then it may not look like a lot of progress, but if you take a before picture and then you commit yourself to, it's either an hour a day or a morning, or if it's more practical, like 3 times a week, every other day, sitting and doing half an hour. Take a look after 3 or 4 weeks and you'll begin to see the progress that you've made. I didn't know how I'd think about the cleaning at the start when I began working through all this, but I've really enjoyed it, and it's helped me define how I'm spending my time and energy, and figuring out what I'm aiming for in life. And then out of that, it's easy to define, what stays, what goes, and I'm quite content to make donations to whatever organizations serve the community, like Value Village or some of the thrift stores, so that someone else can make use of what I've outgrown. Okay, I hope you're doing well today. Thanks for joining me in this video. Bye for now.